Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Aphrodite, aka Madam Suave, and if you are new here, I would like to welcome you to the community. Be sure to check the description box below and like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. Remember that energy is timeless and fluid. Please flip the roles if they need to be reversed. Use your discernment and only take what resonates, leaving the rest for who it is meant for. So we're going to go ahead and get into today's message, and the title of today's message is "A ruler who lacks understanding is a great oppressor." And I woke up from a very intense vision, so we're basically just going to go ahead and get into that and decipher what was given to me, and then that'll be all. I'll have some additional channeling, synchronicities, confirmations at the end as usual, most of the time, and then we're gonna go ahead and close out. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the message. So there could be a person or child in distress. I was getting adult child. Okay, so when I say adult child, I mean as in you are their parents or family of this person. Okay, this person could have left their phone unlocked and you looked at it, finding several albums of pictures that could include dark occultic imagery or imagery alluding to death. This could also include animals as well. I was also seeing this wallpaper of someone's room, okay, pink and red, specifically with daunting imagery with suicide reference. Okay, and it was kind of like vintage style. That's the best that I can give. It was kind of like a vintage style print on this room. Now this doesn't have to be this does not have to be literal, but this is just what I was picking up on. Okay, you could have also found photos of what they were aspiring to look like. You could have potentially called a nurse, okay? Or someone here could be a nurse. You could be a nurse. Yeah, you could have called a nurse or something of the sort for a house visit, possibly trying to get them to go to the hospital. For some of you, this could also involve CPS, depending on your personal situation, okay? Like if you are dealing with some situation that has to do with a younger child, or for whatever reason that you may need CPS to be involved, or yeah. So anyways, this person could be acting very strange, possibly taking or collecting photos of random people or you, especially if you're someone who is in the spotlight. Okay, so I was picking up on deep fake videos including adult parties, and y'all, I think we all know what I mean when I say adult parties. Okay, some including male orgies as well as children. Okay, and what I was seeing is that in these footages, in these videos, it was like it was a mixture of, okay, so then there was one where they were all male orgies, right? And then you get, and it's like, it's kind of almost scanning through a room, okay, like scanning through a room, this very large room. And when you got to a certain point, it was like you couldn't tell that it was children. You had to look very closely because it was like a mixture of little people. I think that's what we call them now. Or I'm so sorry. I think that's what they're called, right? Little people. It was a mixture of little people, but then you also, if you look closely, like they were clearly children, but it's like they were trying to hide the fact that there were children involved in these parties and what was going on. Very small children. Okay, so for someone here, you could be an investigator investigating footage, or this is something that you stumbled upon or found. How, I don't know. Or if you're anything like me, maybe you are having visions. But yes, they could have been, or this person, when I say they, I mean this person, okay? This person that you could have attempted to go through their phone, etc. They could have been aggressive or defensive with you, looking through their phone, having to hide, like you could have had to hide yourself from this person in order to try to actually see what was in their phone, okay? Someone here, you could have tried to report a crime. I was specifically picking up on a sexual crime, possibly committed against a child, okay? You could have witnessed inappropriate behavior. They could have tried to gaslight you, confuse you, or deflect. You could be someone who is dyslexic and they tried to use this against you, but it ended up working for you, okay? This ended up working in your favor. This was someone who felt like they needed to humble you with no power holding them up, okay? And I was picking up on 48 Laws of Power, okay? This is definitely someone who could potentially have read 48 Laws of Power. Now, I'm not someone who has read the book, so I cannot, being someone who has not read the book, I cannot talk shit about anyone, okay? So I can only speak, I'm going to speak very bluntly. I can only speak from the perspective of an outsider, okay? So I am going to say what I saw, my own observations of what I saw from this book, because looking at it from the outside, you could say, like initially when I read the laws, okay, I only read the laws that are included in this book. However, I have not looked at the book. I have not read the book, okay? So looking at it immediately, my first reaction was kind of like, this book is very much geared towards, I would say, a narcissistic sociopath, okay? This is like a narcissistic sociopath starter pack. But then also, if I want to look at it and someone who, you know, I may be questioning, like maybe I'm questioning if I want to buy a book or something, or I'm trying to question this person's motives, you know, and trying not to be biased or take anything because obviously from face value, you still have to kind of observe, make observations, educated guess. So I could also say that maybe this person wrote this book in a way to highlight how power has been displayed and deemed, but not necessarily actual true power. And I'm going to say why I say not actually true power, okay? One of the main things that stood out to me, okay, a big red flag for me, one was it said to keep people dependent on you, but then it also says to remain independent. But your power here is essentially rooted in people being codependent on you. But you need these people as much as you are making them need you, or as much as you make it seem like other people need you, you are also codependent on them to basically make you feel more powerful. So that is a codependent relationship. How are you independent while also being codependent? That doesn't make any sense. I could dismiss this book off of a simple fallacy, okay? Simple fallacy and a huge contradiction. You cannot wear power, right? You're a balloon waiting to pop or deflate, just like your ego. Your entire reputation and existence is surrounded around control. How do you have any power when you're wasting your time and your energy trying to maintain a false image? You are a blown out circuit in need of a technician. Basically, everything is alluding to the fact that you cannot be yourself, which makes you already at a disadvantage. Because like I said, it takes a lot of energy to be someone who you are not and to portray something that you are not. And then it also says, don't isolate yourself. So kind of what I get from this is you cannot be or you cannot stand alone. So how is anyone going to see you as independent if, one, you need to blend in, you don't want to stand out, you can't stand out, you can't stand on your own, you can't be by yourself, you can't be in your own energy, you are insufferable is what this gives me, okay? So how can you make people believe that you are independent when you are clearly dependent? Which literally goes back to the main point of making people be codependent on you, but you are also codependent on them. You see how that works? Like, it's not a one-way street, okay? It goes both ways. So you can always learn from things, indirectly. I learn from a lot of things and people indirectly all the time. There is definitely, you could probably take out some bits and pieces and not necessarily take it all together in one. And I was seeing, some parts where I was saying, okay, well, if I separate this could actually be a good point. But all together, when I'm looking at it from face value, because like I said, I did not read the book, so I can't really talk shit, okay? I did not read the book. So I cannot fully understand this person's perspective and what they were trying to do and achieve. But like I said, looking at it face value, what it was giving is that this book is either written by or for someone who is both socially and self-unaware. Okay, that is what it was giving me. So now, I received a telepathic message, okay? A telepathic message was delivered to me that I don't think I was supposed to hear, but I did anyways. So this is someone who deems you their enemy because they envy everything about you. And this is literally what was given to me, okay? Let me get this shit up. They deem you their enemy because they envy everything about you. So they view you as a genie or genius. They hate that they have a hive mind. They hate that they are extremely vain. And their words, not mine, but they hate that they have to read the NIV version of the Bible. Now, like I said, these are their words. One thing I want to say is that I was raised on the King James Version, okay? I was raised on the King James Version. However, I don't think anyone cares what version of the Bible you read, okay? Why would someone punish you for your desire and your willingness to understand? These different versions, these translations were created for you to understand. They're there for as a tool of study. They are there for reference, okay? To cross-reference what you are reading. And so it gives you a deeper understanding, a better understanding. And so you should absolutely utilize the tools. And now the thing that is why this is relevant though is because I did mention in my other, it was the unorthodox message, okay? The unorthodox message. I mentioned that this was someone who very clearly couldn't understand parables. This is not at all what I meant when I stated this, but I clearly struck a nerve. It had nothing to do with understanding biblical text itself. It had everything to do with understanding the principle and the moral behind the story. And that's how you separate the pure from the impure, because their focus was still heavily rooted in vain measures of value and worth, okay? Mark 4:11-12 says, and he said unto them, to you has been given the secret of the kingdom of God, but for those outside everything is in parables, so that they may indeed see but not perceive, and may indeed hear but not understand, lest they should turn and be forgiven. How many times have I reiterated that your heart is the key to all understanding, and they still didn't get it, which tells you what? There are certain things that you simply cannot teach. You must understand to perceive the truth, because how can you stand on what you are down, up, under, okay? That's a contradiction in itself. It doesn't make any sense. Intelligence is consciousness, and consciousness comes with a conscience. And I want you guys to meditate on that, okay? Because I specifically worded it like that for a reason. From there, I'm going to go ahead and get into the additional challenge and what else I found synchronicities that are relevant to today's message. And then we are done, okay? I'm going to close this out. So, Not Like Us by Kendrick is significant. The Chicago Bulls are relevant, as well as the number 23. I first picked up on LeBron, but then also I realized Michael Jordan was also number 23, okay? The surname Pullins is significant, as well as sexual assaults. Kill Bill or Kill Switch. You could have a jealous ex, okay, or a hitman. Kill Switch is a movie, but also someone could be deciding whether or not to pull the plug on someone, feeling guilty perhaps. But this person wants you to surrender and not feel guilty about it, okay? This person is ready to go. Buffalo Bills are also significant, as well as Flint, Michigan, St. Louis. There's a SUV is relevant, Los Angeles, or this could also be Louisiana, I'm not sure. Alexis, something about a VIN number, license plates, hub, potentially a hubcap missing or missing person. Nebraska is relevant. Okay. Someone is a nun. Okay. Someone could be missing a lung. Someone is heavy built. Okay. Someone could have to testify. There's something significant about testifying here. Someone who wears blinged out jewelry is significant, or you could be the person that wears blinged out jewelry, okay? Like I said, just put it where it needs to go and where it fits. I'm literally just reading off what was given to me, okay? Alabama, London, something about a PIN number to a hub, Kentucky, Texas, Utah, Tennessee. A gang is relevant, or I was specifically picking up on a gang sexual assault, okay? Someone could have belittled you, or this person could have belittled you. You could still be hurting or healing from the pain of what happened to you or what was done to you. Blast from the Past, the movie is relevant here. You could be someone who is very blunt. Someone could have told you a fib. Ad-libs are also relevant. I was hearing fix mix or mix fix. Someone could be from Germany. Hawaii is relevant. Someone could be Thai. I was hearing HIV and something about a vax, okay? Initials. So highly significant are the initials N, L, S, and U, okay? But also we have B and K, okay? Also, someone could be very sun-kissed. The heights 5'2" and 5'3" are significant. Numbers 1 through 3, 5, 13, 15, 21, 23, 25. Oh, my bad. Also, someone could be 5'1" too. Someone could be 5'1", and the number 32, 17, 18, and 31. Signs that are significant are Aries, Gemini, Taurus, Leo, and Virgo, or those seasons are significant for some reason. So the months of January through March, May, and June. Songs that are relevant are Forfeit by Kiana Lede and Lucky Day. Also, It's a Rap by Savannah Christina, Ready to Die by Earth Gang, and 48 Laws by Omen, Dreamville, and Donnie Trumpet, okay? So that is all I have for you guys. I hope that you guys got something from this message. If you enjoyed this message, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. As my hoodie says, better luck next time, and I will see you guys all later. Love you all. Bye.